Hello learners, this is Jyoti Manjal. I am an assistant professor in Department of Management Studies at Uttarakhand Open University. Now the next one, that is business strategy. So as we have already discussed regarding business planning, now we are going to discuss regarding business strategy. So now let's understand what is business strategy. So a business strategy, it is a long-term plan of action intended to accomplish particular corporate goals and objectives is a business strategy. It includes all the choices, activities and distribution of resources required to put a business in a competitive position with its industry and promote long-term success. So, business strategy is the strategic initiative a company pursues to create value for the organization and its stakeholders and gain a competitive advantage in the market. This strategy is crucial to a company's success and is needed before any goods or services are produced or delivered. Now, the next one, that is components of business strategy, that is vision and mission. So, vision, it defines the long-term aspirations of the business, and mission, it articulates the purpose of the business and its value to the stakeholders. Now the second one, that is core values. So core values means the principles that guide decision making operations and interactions with stakeholders. The third component, that is goals and objectives. So the goals are the clear measurable targets the business aim to achieve, and these can be financial, that is revenue or growth, and they can be non-financial goals also, that is your market share. Now the fourth component, that is competitive analysis. Assessment of competitors' strength and weaknesses, identification of opportunities and threats in the market. The fifth one, that is positioning in the market. So establishing the company's desired market perception centered on market demands and the taste of the target audience. This will come under the positioning in the market. Next component, that is priorities for strategy. So important areas of concentration are cost leadership, market expansion, product development and improving the customer experience. So these are the major priorities of the strategy. Now the next one, that is allocation of resources. So allocation of resources means deciding how to distribute financial, human and technological resources in order to accomplish goals. Now, developing a business strategy. So here we are going to discuss 10 major steps that will help you to make the best business strategy and execute it with perception. The first one, that is create a genuine vision. So while creating a business strategy, the first step, that is you have to create a genuine vision. The word vision is ambitious and can imply different things to different individuals. A vision or vision statement is traditionally thought of as a glimpse into the future. In contrast to a mission statement, it clearly defines success in terms of customers, markets, volume, etc. And it should include aspirations about the kind of business you hope to become. So after creating a genuine vision, the next step, that is explain what competitive advantage is. So business development plan is essentially about figuring out how a company can provide its clients with something special. Business in many economic sectors are mired in homogeneity. A well business strategy should take into account how a company can differentiate itself from competitors in number of areas, including its price, model, delivery system and service offering. Now the third step, that is define your targets. So after making your proper competitive strategy, now the third step, that is define your targets. One of the most significant barrier to a strategic business plan is poor targeting. Absent of very specific targets, companies suffer from unclear messaging and thus misalignment between sales and marketing. Clear target markets give a company the ability to create an integrated sales and marketing approach where marketing enables sales productivity. Now, sales and marketing plans are executed more efficiently when the targets are tight. So, you have to mention your targets, or you have to mention or define your targets very precisely. The fourth one, that is focus on systematic growth. A thriving company is a growing company. It is only through growth that companies can afford to invest in things like technology, the best people, and new equipment. The strategic plan should identify in which segments a company will grow and in what proportion should that the product mix yields a specific net margin result. The fifth one, that is make decisions based on facts. In business, we have to make decisions based on facts. So, firstly, gather facts and information regarding the particular project or idea, then take any decision. Facts are important for making decision. So, without having proper facts, don't take any decision, or otherwise you will have to face the consequences of such decision. Now the next one, that is long-term strategic business plan. In the face of constant change, planning horizons are shorter than they used to be. However, only thinking quarter to quarter is a trap that may rob companies of their ability to see around the bend. Best in class companies create processes designed to treat strategy as an annual cycle rather than a one time or a static event. Seventh one, that is flexible strategy development. So companies can think long term and still be flexible. For example, a critical component of business strategy development is an external force analysis. Companies should be evaluating long-term external forces and adapting based on new information, that is meeting regularly, perhaps quarterly, to pivot. Now the eighth step, that is be strategically inclusive. To be flexible, companies are including different people in their strategy than in the past. At a time when companies are hiring more millennial employees, there is greater transparency. There is certainly movement towards more inclusion and transparency. So deciding who to include is a strategy formulation, is a critical selection. It is recommended business owners include people they can trust and they can think strategically. Now the ninth one step, that is invest time in pre-work. If you want your managers to take strategy seriously, make them conduct research and prepare relevant information in advance of your strategy meetings. Now the next and the last step, that is measure your results and execute excellently. So every strategy should be actionable. Companies that are best in class have a strategic action plan that they track often, usually monthly. Then promote common ownership of the plan across executives and departments. Utilize key performance indicators that are predictive and align directly with the strategic plan. Then at last, have a cascading goals that reach every department and resonate with employees so they understand how their roles contribute to the greater good. Set up their corporate calendars to promote productive meetings and establish a performance management cycle that supports cascading goals and objectives to every employee. Then rinse and repeat their strategy calendar every year. Now let's understand the difference between business planning and business strategy. So the first point, or that is meaning. So planning is thinking advance for the actions which are going to take place in the future. On the other hand, business strategy is the best plan opted for achieving desired outcome. The second basis of differentiation, that is what it is for, means what is the objective. So the objective of business planning, that is planning is a roadmap for accomplishing any task. On the other hand, strategy is a path chosen for achieving the objectives. Now the third one, that is related to, so basically business planning, it is related to thinking. On the other hand, business strategy, it is related to action. Here you are not performing any thinking task, you are going to perform the action. Now the basis, that is assumptions. So business planning, you are going to make a business planning on the basis of some assumptions. On the other hand, business strategy, it will be based on some practical considerations. Now the term of business planning, it depends upon the circumstances, whereas the business strategy, it is for a long term. Now the nature of business planning, that is it is of preventive nature, whereas business strategy, it is of competitive in nature. So I think this table will help you in getting a better idea of business planning and business strategy. So that's all for today. Thank you.